Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Understanding Behavior live stream. I'm so excited that you guys are all here. We've got already 110 people here. That is amazing. I see we've got a lot of first timers here as well. Welcome. And you came to a very great first stream because we've got a lot of special announcements tonight. And we are gonna do a lot of extra super awesome giveaways too. Sweet, we've got Lindsay here from Colorado. I love that. I'm from Denver. Or not from Denver, but I live in Denver. It is the coolest. But thank you guys so much for being here. It is a really special day. And yeah, like I mentioned in my email and on my Facebook posts and stuff, we have a couple special announcements today. So why don't we just get right into that? I was saying, we got Emily E is in Denver too. That's so cool. You're probably just a couple miles away from me. It's not that big of a town. All right. Well, anyway, let's get into it. Introducing the big, the bad, the behavior beast slayer course. It's out right now. You can go ahead and purchase it. It is we are doing an early access release. Here is a little bit about our Behavior Beast Slayer course. It is a comprehensive BCBA exam prep course. It contains a bunch of interactive videos. It's really easy to navigate exactly what you need in the course. There's also 65 or more new quizzes that are in the course. And this is literally everything that you're going to need to slay the beast, your ultimate weapon to conquer the BCBA exam. Thanks, guys. I'm glad you like the picture. I don't have that much medieval stuff, but I'm a metalhead and have a lot of metal friends, so I had the right person to ask for some medieval armor for this Beast Slayer course photo shoot that we did the other day. It was super fun. Well, anyway, I'm gonna go over some of the details for you before we get into our topic for schedules of reinforcement today. So what's up with this course? Let's go over the basics. So it contains pretty much everything you need exactly the way that you need it. I know you guys have so many questions right now. I promise I'm going to get to so many of them. And so just listen up, and I'll have a slot for more questions if I don't answer yours at the end of this part. So what it contains is it has interactive videos. They are broken down by TCO section and topic. They're also ordered, so they're ordered in a systematic way where you can either learn these from scratch or learn behavior analysis from scratch, or you can just navigate it really easily to find exactly what you need. Oh, it looks like, did we have somebody pass in here? Is this Brittany that just passed? Yes, Brittany Harris. Just want to hop on today and let you know I passed the exam this morning. Congratulations, Brittany. I love that. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Congrats. That's amazing. All right, well, let's keep going on this course. So, yeah, everything in the, all the videos are ordered so you can learn behavior analysis from scratch or navigate to the parts that you need really easily. There's also quizzes and questions that are embedded into the videos. So for example, it'll play a video for 5 minutes or so, and then it'll have a question or a series of questions that are embedded into the video. If you're on the Understanding Behavior app, you can just go ahead and select your answer on there, or you can click it with your mouse if you're on your computer. But really cool way because the videos, they're not an hour long and you just have to sit through them. They're interactive and going to keep you focused during them, which I think is a really cool feature. In total, where it's going to be over 13 hours of videos, and they're mostly broken down into 5 to 20 minute videos. So there's tons of different videos on there, and they're broken up into small chunks so you can consume them at whatever pace that you'd like. The videos, they are professionally and tightly edited, so there's no filler. So my streams where we always talk about taking user questions, or we're talking about giveaways or like counter. Oh, by the way, hit that like button, would be really awesome. But these videos are really tightly edited. There's no filler. It's just exactly what you need. We've got some new infographics in here as well. Studio grade sound, professionally edited by yours truly. And all these videos are going to be available on the Understanding Behavior app. All right, a little bit more. So, again, it has everything that you need and exactly how you need it. So, on top of all of the videos, there's over 65 new quizzes to help you dial in those tough concepts. And on those quizzes, there's thorough feedback on every single question. You can master the toughest concepts, including compound schedules. We review RFT and stimulus equivalents. We're reviewing ethics, experimental design, choosing interventions. Whatever you struggle with, we'll give you exactly the information that you need to nail these down. And again, you can study on the go with the Understanding Behavior app. Take your course with you whenever. So right now the course is available. It is in an early access mode right now, but it is available today. You can go on the UB shop and purchase it right now. I'll even show you where we have that. I think you have to go to view all. We'll put it on the front page thing soon, but you can go ahead and purchase it right here on the UB shop and get access right meow if you even want to. But let me tell you about some of the offers that we're doing. So currently it has, we are in early access. So today what's available is that we have all of section A and section B are available, and we have half of section G is available. There is also a section that you can try for free. So if you go to this link, I'll drop it into chat right now. All you need to do is scroll down, and we have a free section. We've got 3 different videos and 2 different quizzes that you can try for free. So all you need to do is sign up, and you can go ahead and check those out. And then here's what we have available today. There's a bunch of videos, bunch of quizzes, and we've got even more coming for you. It's gonna be awesome. I promise you're gonna love it. Here's our release schedule. So we're gonna have weekly releases in April. Today we have sections A, B, and half of G out. On 4/11, which is next Friday, we're going to have the rest of G and then section C and D. We're going to have all of your IOA stuff and all of your experimental design and choosing measurement procedures. On 4/18, we'll have ethics and assessment out for you. And then on 4/25, we'll have everything released, finishing up with sections H and I. Right now, we're having, since it's in early access, we have a couple bonuses if you sign up this month in April while we're gradually releasing the content. So for early access purchasers, so if you buy it in April, you get it at a discounted price for $250. This is going to go up to $325 on May 1st. Right now you can also, whenever if you buy the Behavior Beast Slayer course, it also comes with free fluency questions or the Beat the Beast mock. So to get that, all you need to do is add those things to your cart, and then when you hit your checkout, that will come off absolutely for free. So don't even need a code for that. All you need to do is have those in your cart, and then they'll take the price off right away. The price, again, is going to increase on May 1st to $325. So, and then with that, we're also going to reduce it to 6 months access on May 1st. So if you purchase it in April with our early access, you get 2 extra months of access. Hopefully you won't even need that long, but it does give you that buffer window if you want it. And it comes at a discounted price, so it's $75 cheaper than what the what the course is going to be on May 1st. And you also get the free fluency questions, or you can get a free Beat the Beast mock with it. Yeah, if you're in the US, you will have access to Shop Pay, so you can do a payment plan on it. Absolutely. Oh, it looks like we have another passer stopping in here. Is it Yoani? Yay, just passed 2 days ago. Congratulations. That's so amazing. I love it, love it, love it. Yeah, we will have, there's a whole IOA section on here, And there's IOA quiz as well. Crystal actually put that IOA quiz together, and it's a tough one. It's gonna make you think and get you to really nail these things down. Yeah, Aiden's asking a really good question. How long do you think it should take to complete the whole course? I think if you're to go through everything and take it at a pace where you need to like really soak everything in, I think it's going to be about 30 to 40 hours of work. I would definitely not recommend crushing it out in one weekend. I think for a person studying at a pretty normal pace, it's going to take them about a month. If you're studying at a slower pace, I think 2 months. If you're studying at a faster pace, then probably like 2 to 3 weeks. So, yeah, Sarah's got a great question. Can you buy each individual section, or do you have to buy the whole course? Right now, we're only offering the whole course. So, not offering it by section at the moment. Good question. We have another question. Can you retake the quizzes? Yeah, you can retake the quizzes as many times as you want. There's unlimited attempts on all the quizzes. You can watch the videos as many times as you want. I think like for some of the trickier concepts, so if we're looking at like compound schedules or stimulus equivalents, some of those videos you're going to want to watch a couple times because it's just really dense information that is going to take a little bit to seep in. So would definitely recommend watching some of those a couple times. Cool. All right, so we also have a couple more offers. So like I said, we've got if you purchase the Behavior Beast Slayer course in April, then it's going to be $250. You get 2 months additional access, and you also get free fluency questions or the Beat the Beast mock. For people who have been supporting me and understanding behavior so far with an Ultimate Mock Bundle or Super Ultimate Mock Bundle purchase, we're also doing a little bit of a raffle. So anybody who has purchased the Ultimate Mock or Super Ultimate Mock Bundle between January 31st and April 7th, so that's going to be this Monday, is going to be eligible to win one of 2 free seats to the course. So I'm going to put everybody's name in a random wheel of names thing. So if you've purchased either the Ultimate Mock or the Super Ultimate Mock Bundle, you'll have a chance to win free access to the course. That window is still open, so if we're considering purchasing the Ultimate Mock or Super Ultimate Mock Bundle, it's the perfect time to do that, so you can get a chance to win a free spot for the Behavior Beast Slayer course. This is going to be 1 entry per person. It's going to be a random drawing, so I'm going to put everybody's name in a wheel of names. And the drawing is going to occur on April 8th. And the entries will end at 11:59 p.m. MST on 4/7/2025. So for everybody who's been purchasing my materials, I appreciate you so much, and this is a way that I can give back to you, and hopefully we'll have a couple lucky winners that will get access to the Behavior Beast Slayer course absolutely for free. So like I said, if you were considering purchasing one of those products anytime soon, it's a great time to do so. They are going to go up $10 in probably at the end of the month as well. So great time to buy those. Anyway, I am taking questions. Here's my final thought here. Are you ready to slay the beast? If you are, the Behavior Beast Slayer course is going to be exactly what you need. So if you guys have any more questions about the Beast Slayer course right now, I am taking those right now. So much hard work has been put into this. I haven't been sleeping at all for the last couple weeks. But I'm so excited to give this to release this for all of you. I really think it's going to be the best BCBA exam prep product that exists on the market sometime, and or at least for now, and it's going to be constantly improving over time. We'll be taking your feedback and making our materials even better as we continue forward. We'll be relying on those early access people for some help. I'm sure we missed a couple things, but but I think the course is very polished. It's very tight. It's very cool. And I'm so excited to release this for you guys. Yeah, so there's not so the Beast Slayer course, it doesn't have like as it's not like any mock exam. So if you still want mock questions, I would recommend checking out our current products for those. The questions and the quizzes are going to be more specific for the topics. So like for example, I'll even show you guys one of the quizzes right now. So like, for example, if we were to go to this free section, like we have the levels of scientific understanding video. Let me just show you guys what this looks like here too. So you can go ahead and watch the video, and it's got everything that you need. And let me just find like a point where it shows one of the questions. So I think like in a second it'll stop for a question. What do you think? So here, it's like it has the interactive responding built into it. So you can read the question here and then select which option is correct, and then it will give you some feedback. So it's like, sweet, you got it, you're on fire. And it's all built into the videos, and then you just start the video back up and continue watching, and then until there's another question. And then for the quizzes, they look a lot like our mini mock quizzes, but they're going to be similar. Like some of them are similar in length, and some of them are going to be shorter. But all of these are going to be like more focused for the topics that we're looking at. So this is an example. Where we have description, bit prediction, control. So all of the questions are in this quiz are going to be description, prediction, or control. And then, yeah, that's that. It's going to be awesome. So yeah, that's what we're working with, and it's going to be amazing. All right, catching up on chat here. Alberto already purchased it. Thank you so much, Alberto. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think if you're 2 weeks away from testing, Torrance says he's 2 weeks away from testing. Like, will it still benefit him? I think absolutely. Just note, like right now we're still in the early access release. So currently, like we only have sections A, B, and half of G out. So if you're testing in 2 weeks and like really wanted H and I, just know that you won't have those ready for your exam. So like there's still tons to learn. I think that there's if you're studying at a normal rate, like each one of these weeks is going to be plenty of content for you to crush out in a week. And so yeah. All right, a couple other questions. So should we wait until April 8th to purchase to see if we are a winner? Yeah, if you are in the drawing for the Ultimate Mock or Super Ultimate Mock bundle, you may want to wait until the 8th to see if you're the winner here. We're also going to give away a seat to the course tonight. So we will see if you'll win that even tonight. And actually, we'll probably do that drawing pretty soon, actually. But yeah, if you have like some extra money and if you're feeling like, yeah, I really need this right now, and like I don't even care if I'm a winner or not, then like go ahead and buy it. Like I'm not gonna stop you. For live classes, we don't have a live section yet, but we are planning on getting a live section going probably in July, but I'll keep you guys posted on that as we get a little bit closer because we still have a lot to do. So I'll keep you posted on that, but we do plan on releasing a live section. Okay. All right. Well, this is amazing. This is our definitely our best stream ever so far. I don't think we've ever had over 150 people in our stream before. I'm still taking questions if you have any more about the Behavior Beast Slayer, but why don't we do a little giveaway? Why don't we give away a seat to the Behavior Beast Slayer course? How do you guys feel about that? So, yeah, I wanted to make tonight super special, so we are going to give away a seat to the Behavior Beast Slayer course. We're not going to do this every week, because it's a pricey product, but tonight is going to be special. We're going to give away 1 seat to the course, and then we're also later on, instead of doing like pick your product that you want for our giveaway, we'll do a super ultimate mock bundle giveaway. So we've got lit giveaways tonight, and yeah, why don't we do this? Are you guys ready for this? Yes, I'm so glad you guys like the Beast Slayer name. I was like, I struggled for so long thinking of a name for this, and then the Beast Slayer came to me, and I'm like, it's gotta be. All right, well, let's do it. Let's give away our first seat to the Beast Slayer course. Here we go. We got 160 people here. I'm gonna make this 1 to 1,000. Jameson says, if I get the UB logo tattooed, do I win? Yeah, if you get a tattoo of the UB logo, I will sign you up for the Beast Slayer course for free. Absolutely. I don't know if I encourage it, but if you do get a tattoo of the UB logo, you will get signed up for the Beast Slayer course absolutely for free. I need some proof though. All right, we're taking numbers 1 to 1,000 today. Aiden says, don't tell me with a good time. All right, I'm certainly going to need some help finding our winner today. Yeah, and if you guys have more questions about the course, I'll open it up another quick window for that after we do the giveaway when chat slows down for a sec. And then we'll get into our content. We won't talk core stuff until the end. But yeah, it's gonna be amazing. You guys are I'm so excited to release this for you guys. All right, let's take we'll do 10 more seconds, and then we're gonna pick our number. If this one we are gonna do a roll off for, so if we have 2 people that are like equidistant from the real number, we are gonna do a roll off. 1 guess per person. If you have multiple guesses, you will be disqualified. All right. I'm on my screen, I'm making Chant the last person here. Actually, no, we'll make Salvador Reynosa the last person, and we are drawing our number right now, 957. All right, I don't see a whole lot of 900s in here. Who's 957? Who we got? Okay, Kashida 9. Oh, I see. Sharuthi 950. Okay, what else we got? Anybody closer? 957. 950. The closest I'm seeing it right now is 950. Oh man, I think Shruthi got it at 950. Help me confirm here in chat. Does anybody see anybody closer than 950? I see Shruthi Keeney at 950. That's the closest that I'm seeing. What an incredible stream. I already have 170 people here. Wow. I don't think I see anybody closer. All right, Sharuthi Keeney is going to be our winner tonight. Congratulations. You just won the first seat that we've ever given away for the Understanding Behavior Beast Slayer course. Congratulations. Send me an email at understandingbehaviorofficial@gmail.com, and we'll get you set up. Oh wait, Shruthi is saying, sorry, I just wanted to play. I'm testing on Tuesday. Please give it to the next one. Okay, well, the game is on. Shruthi's giving it to our next closest. I think that's Danielle Rodriguez got 967, they're saying. Let me double check here in chat. Oh man, Shruthi, thanks for being so kind there. I appreciate that. Yeah, if you're testing in just a little bit. Yeah, Daniel, is it Danielle or Danielle? 967, I think was our next closest. So we got 957. Yeah. I think it's gonna be Danielle. There you go. Thanks, Danielle. Perfect. Well, Danielle, you're gonna be our winner now. Congratulations. All right. Well, congratulations. Thanks so much, Shruti, for being honest there. And we're going to give it to Danielle. Congratulations. Send me an email at understandingbehaviorofficial@gmail.com and we'll get you hooked up. All right. This is fun, guys. Maybe we'll do another one later. I don't know. We'll see. This was pretty fun. High stakes here. Yay, Danielle jumped in the air. That's amazing. Oh, we've got another passer in chat. Alan just passed her exam too. Yes. Yeah, Alan's saying, I just want to say I bought the bundle only to beat the beast and a few of the mini mocks. You're the only paid mock and it helped me with preparing for my exam. One and done. Thanks for your work. Amazing. Let's give a congrats to Alan as well. Yay! I love it. We've got 3 passers that came in tonight. That's amazing. I love this. This is why I do this. This is so fun. All right. Well, this is already like the greatest stream ever. Thanks so much for being here, guys, and thanks so much for supporting me. I like feel so grateful and honored that I get to do what I do every day. This is my favorite stuff, just teaching behavior analysis all day and helping you guys pass and change your lives, and so you guys can change even more lives on top of that. Like it gives me all the good warm fuzzies. It really does. Thanks so much, everyone. You guys are amazing, and I'm overwhelmed with how supportive y'all are. Okay. Well, anyway, we're gonna talk about schedules of reinforcement today. I feel like we were so hyped up about the course that we'll do schedules of reinforcement. I guess we'll see if I can like calm myself down enough to actually get through this presentation. But yeah, here we go. We're gonna talk about schedules. We're gonna do another giveaway later. I don't know if we're going to do. We'll see. We're at least going to give away a super ultimate mock bundle, but I might, if we get enough likes here. I mean, we've got 168 people here, but 89 likes on the video. How about if we get to, here's my contingency. If we get it to 150 likes, we'll give away another copy of the Behavior Beast Slayer. If not, then we're going to give away a super ultimate mock bundle. Yeah, Taylor's asking if it's a course worth it if you're testing in 2 to 3 months. Yeah, totally. That's like I think 2 to 3 months is a perfect frame for this course. The free parts of the course are going to be free forever, so no rush on those. All right, so yeah, there's my contingency. We've got 166 people here. We've had 366 people tune in already. If we get the like counter to 150, we're gonna give away a second copy of the Beast Slayer course. If not, we'll give away a super ultimate mock bundle. So either way, it's a freaking great prize. So we'll be here and do our thing. Okay. Here we go. We're talking schedules of reinforcement today. Let's do it. We're getting focused on our topic. Here we go. Okay, so here's our agenda for today. We're going to talk about what is a schedule of reinforcement. We're talking about how schedules are implemented, what patterns of responding they tend to produce. We'll talk about what these look like on cumulative records. We'll talk about interval versus time-based schedules. And then we cut this part out of here, so we're not going to talk about this. But we do talk about that on the course. Okay, so let's start off with what is a schedule of reinforcement. A schedule of reinforcement is the way that reinforcement is delivered for a behavior based on either the number of responses, time since last reinforcement, and our stimulus conditions. So number of responses referring to like how many times you engage in a response, time since last response going to refer to our interval schedules, and then our stimulus conditions is how these are signaled by different things in our environment. Let's talk about the meaning of each word and how the schedules are implemented. First, we have fixed and variable schedules. So fixed schedules are always going to refer to the same amount. So whether we're dealing with number of responses or a period of time, each reinforcement opportunity is going to have that same amount. So if we have fixed ratio 2, then 2 responses is going to result in reinforcement, and it's always going to be 2 responses that has resulted in reinforcement. For our interval schedules, this is, for variable schedules, this is when it averages to an amount. So if we have a variable ratio 2, that means reinforcement sometimes going to be delivered after 1 response, sometimes after 3 responses or 4 responses. But after a certain amount of exposures to that schedule, it's all going to average out to that 2. When we're looking at interval schedules, this is one of the most misunderstood terms on the entire task list. Interval schedules provide reinforcement for the first response after a period of time. So the time must elapse, then the response occurs, and then reinforcement is provided for that response. Okay, so we're going to look at some schedules, and what I want you to do is label these. They're either going to be fixed or variable, and then they're either going to be interval or ratio schedules. Let's look at our first one. About every 3 times that Alex asks somebody out, they successfully land a date. Is this going to be a fixed schedule? Or sorry, what kind of schedule of reinforcement do we have here? Let's see that in chat. Yeah, Aaron, we're going to go over time versus interval schedules later on. So we'll nail that down for you. No worries. All right, I'm liking the answers. Looking good, looking good. Yeah, Hallie and Alyssa are on that rationale train. I love to see it. Looking good. Yeah, nice, Taylor. We're going to go a little faster than normal today just because we spent so much time talking about the course. All right, so our answer here for this one is going to be the variable ratio. So this term, so the times that they land a date is going to be contingent on how many times they actually ask people out. So this is going to make it a ratio schedule. And this one is a variable ratio schedule because it's about every 3 times. It'd be really weird if it was like exactly every 3 times. And then you would like really like want to line up like who you're asking, because like, okay, the first 2 people I don't care about, and the third one I really care about. So variable ratio makes the most sense here. Nice job, everybody. You got that. All right, how about this next one? After 1 to 3 minutes, you can change your channel back to the show that you are watching, and it will be back on after the commercials. What kind of schedule do we have here? If you want to be really cool with your rationale, talk about when the reinforcer is delivered here. It's not just the time. Ooh, yeah, Alyssa, I like that. Really nailed that well. Yeah, Sharuthi really nailed that too. Looks great. Yeah, there you go, Emily. Okay, let's go check this out. We've got a variable interval 2-minute schedule here. So we're saying that like you're already off watching your show. Now we're looking at the schedule for changing it back. So if you change it back immediately, then your show's not going to be back on. But if you wait like 90 seconds and then switch it back, then your show's going to be on and it will be reinforced. So the time must pass and the behavior occurs, then the behavior will be reinforced. This one's going to be variable because it's after 1 to 3 minutes, so it's going to average to an amount and not always going to be the same amount. To get this average, we just took the middle between 1 and 3. So we just like added 1 plus 3 divided by 2, and we get 2 for our 2 minute. Okay, let's go ahead and check our next one out. For every 100 packages that the Amazon worker ships, they get a raffle ticket to a drawing for $500. What kind of schedule do we have there? So yeah, again, the 2 minutes, it came from the average between 1 and 3. So 1 plus 3 divided by 2 equals 2. We get the mean of 1 and 3. All right, yeah, answer's looking great. Loving to see a little bit denser mix of rationales here, too. Good job, Aiden, Lindsay, Talent, Allie. Looks great. Amazing, amazing. Awesome, awesome. Looking great, crew. This one is going to be FR100, so fixed ratio 100. For this one, it's always going to be 100 packages, and so that's what makes it fixed. It's always the same amount. Ratio, because it's contingent on the number of responses, so how many times they actually engage in this behavior to get there. Looks great. All right, last one. Anytime that you go on Candy Crush and click the daily reward button, you receive a reward and a 24-hour cooldown before you can do it again. What kind of schedule of reinforcement do we have here? Also, reminder, we are 162 people, 123 likes on the video. If we get to 150, we'll be giving away another copy of the Behavior Beast Slayer course, or another seat. So if you haven't hit that like button yet, it's a good time to do so. Everyone here will thank you. You'll be the coolest person in the stream. Okay, yeah, these are looking great, everyone. Yeah, loving the answers. Aaron, Bridget, looks good. Good, nice, Alyssa. Shauna looks good. Yeah, nice job, Amy, Ibel. Good, yeah, Marichu, I really like that. All right, let's check this one out. This is going to be a fixed interval 24-hour schedule. So in this one, you have to click the reward button to get the reward. So the behavior still has to occur. And then there's 24 hours until that response is available for reinforcement again. So that's our definition of intervals, that the period of time has to pass, and then we engage in the response, then it's reinforced. If you said time alone for your rationale, not enough. We need that response component in here. This one is going to be a fixed schedule because the reset period is always 24 hours. So for example, let's say you waited like 48 hours, or let's say we waited 50 hours after pressing the button. That means it's still available then, but when we press it, it's going to be 24 hours until that's available again. So that's what we're talking about for our interval reset. It's not necessarily when the reinforcer is delivered, but it's more about how long it takes for the reinforcement opportunity to reset. So it looks really good. Nice job, everyone. Okay, doke. Let's go over our cumulative record graphs. These are pretty cool. The cumulative record graph is very similar to our standard line graph. The only unique feature is that on our cumulative record graphs, we have the cumulative number of responses is on our y-axis. So this is looking at the total number of responses, meaning that this graph is never going to go downward. It's always going to go up. It can go sideways because if it goes sideways, that means that no time is passing and no response, or sorry, there's time passing but no response is occurring. But it's never going to go downward. So like if I say like I've been to Disney World 2 times, like nothing can take that away from me. Like I've always been to Disney World 2 times. So like, this is never going to be like a -1 Disney World experience. But if I go again, then that chart's going to go up again with it. So like I said, the graph is never going to go down. Our x-axis is going to be unit of time, so very similar to all of our other standard line graphs. And we also have these things that are called pips. Our pips are a little short line that come from our data path. And they show that a reinforcer is delivered. So whenever we see one of these, it shows that a reinforcer came to the individual. All right, so we talked about the meaning of our different terms in relation to how the schedules were implemented. We're also going to talk about the meaning of each word because each word creates a very specific pattern of responding. First of all, we have fixed schedules. Fixed schedules are going to create responding with post-reinforcement pauses. So this means that we are going to see a short horizontal line after the reinforcer is delivered. Our variable schedule is going to create a more smooth and consistent pace of responding. You can also think about this as responding without pauses. Typically, our interval schedules are going to create slow to moderate rates of responding. We'll note that by seeing a more gradual slope. And then our ratio schedules are going to create faster responding with a steeper slope. All right, so go ahead and use this chart if you need to. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at our cumulative record charts and see which schedule is being plotted on each one. We're going to start with this red line here. What kind of schedule do we see plotted on this red line? Yeah, if you've never seen this before, do your best. Use the info in front of you. Take a look. Give it your best guess. All right, these are looking good so far. Take a few more seconds. Yeah, Sean, I like how you're using your details there. Yeah, Amy, Selena, looks good. Nice, Laura. Ooh, yeah, Bridget, I like that detail too. We didn't talk about that yet. All right, this one is going to be a variable ratio schedule. The two ways we can identify this, so we have variable, which means that we have a more smooth and consistent pace of responding. So this is responding without pauses. We see that this line, it kind of just goes straight upward, so there's no pausing at all. One other way we can tell fixed versus variable is looking at the distance between the pips. I think it was Bridget that mentioned this in chat. But this one, we see that there's varying amounts of distance between the pips. Like right here, there's a very small distance between the pips. And right here, there's a very large distance between the pips. That's also indicative of variable because it also relates to like how the reinforcers are delivered. It's not always in a consistent pattern, but the inconsistent pattern is going to make consistent responding. We know that this one is ratio because it has really fast responding. We see a really steep slope. So steep slope means that like not much time is passing, but lots of responding has occurred in that time. So that's what we mean by steep slope, making that a ratio schedule. All right, looks good. Let's look at our second one, this little blue line. What kind of schedule do we have plotted on this one? Okay, I'm liking the answers coming through. Yeah, Allie, Aaron, I like those details. Chelsea, Alyssa too. Alyssa B as well, I like it. Yeah, Amy looks great. Good, Selena. Yeah, careful with that word consistent. So usually when we're referring to consistent, we're referring to it not having pauses. Steep essentially just means fast. Yeah, if you want to see if there's a post-reinforcement pause, you're going to see a horizontal part of the graph. And the horizontal parts are going to occur when the pips are delivered. So yeah, when there's a pip that signals a reinforcer is delivered. Okay, let's check this one out. We've got a fixed ratio here. So we have responding with post-reinforcement pauses, and we have faster rates of responding. The post-reinforcement pauses are shown here, so we can see whenever there's a pip and there's a reinforcer delivered, there's a very small horizontal part of the graph. That means that there's a quick pause in responding, and then they engage in a bunch of responses really quickly. Quick pause, go back to responding quickly, and repeat. We can also see that it's fixed because we can look at the equal amount of distance between the pips. Between each pip, there's about the same amount of distance, and that's also indicative of fixed. This one's a ratio schedule because we see a steeper slope in general. It's pretty fast. Again, we can see not very much time elapsed, but lots of responding occurring. That's what we mean by fast, steep slope with our ratio schedules. All right, how about our green line? Check it out. We'll go a little faster on this one. That's going to be just. All right, answers looking good. Yeah, loving the answers. Good job, Janelle. Nice job, Laura. Yeah, looking good. Our like counter's getting there. 131. I mean, I think that's a record regardless. That's just pretty awesome. Yeah, somebody was asking about the free sections of the course. I'll review that after this little module. All right, this one is going to be our variable interval schedule. Let's go ahead and check it out. Nice job to everybody who got that. The variable part is that we see that smooth, consistent pace responding. So there's no pauses at all. We see it's very smooth pattern. We can also see variable by seeing the different differing amounts of distance between our pips. The interval schedule we can see by it being a more gradual slope. So this is really fast where not much time was occurring and lots of responses occur. This takes lots of time for just a few responses, making that an interval schedule. All right, last one here. Let's check out our orange line. Let's see if you can label the schedule being plotted there. Yeah, answer's looking really good so far. Yeah, I like Ebel's way to remember this one too. Fish, like the fish scales. We also call this pattern a scallop pattern. Nicely done, everyone. This one's going to be our fixed interval schedule. So fixed because we see our post-reinforcement pauses after each pip delivery. There's a pause in responding. Our interval schedule because we see, again, slower rate of responding, much more gradual versus a steep slope. We'll talk about the scallop pattern in a little bit. I've got the same chart that we were looking at earlier, but this chart also includes a Y component. So let's make that relation between how these schedules are implemented and why they produce the patterns of responding that they tend to produce. So our fixed schedules create responding with post-reinforcement pauses. This is because the schedule is a little bit more predictable. So the organism perceives that as like predictable, and it kind of makes this no rush effect for the organism. Our variable schedules are less consistent and less predictable. So it makes, like, for lack of a better term, it makes our organism like a little bit more frantic, and it smooths out that pattern of responding because they are like more, they like don't want to miss out on any like reinforcement opportunities. When we're talking about our interval schedules, remember, for interval schedules, time must elapse and then the response occurs, then the reinforcer is delivered. So in interval schedules, there's actually long periods of time where no responding can get reinforced. So interval schedules tend to create slower rates of responding because faster responding does not always increase the amount of reinforcers. Excuse me. And then for our ratio schedules, these tend to create fast responding because more responses will always result in more reinforcers. Yeah, Alyssa, I love that, Alyssa. She said, like, with our variable schedules, like, they get the FOMOs, or like, yeah, just like one more time. I'll just keep doing that one more time, and then I'll get my reinforcer. Totally, it's exactly what happens. I love that. All right, let's talk about that fixed interval scallop a little bit. So, and if a lot of people can recognize this pattern, but less or fewer people can actually tell you and break down what is happening in each part of the scallop. So let's go ahead and break it down. So first of all, once that reinforcer is delivered, we see little to no responding occur. So we see that really flat part where it's like, I don't need a reinforcer. Like, a reinforcer's not going to come. So screw that. I'm not going to engage in any responses. As our time passes within the interval, we see that responding slowly start to pick up. So more time passes, that speed of responding picks up a little bit more. Towards the end of our interval, we see responding occur at its highest rate until the reinforcer is delivered. So actually note, at the end of this interval, we actually see really fast rates of responding. Like, it gets pretty steep at the end here. And then this pattern will repeat itself once that reinforcer is delivered. So we see the pip here, and then that same pattern will repeat itself within the scallop. Now, somebody was asking earlier, like, why does this scallop pattern get created? So think about it. Let's say we have a fixed interval 60-second schedule. So where we're at with this organism is they've done some learning. Like, their behavior's adjusted to the schedule pretty well. And what's happened is that we have a discrimination training procedure occur. So they've learned that if they just received a reinforcer, that this is an S delta condition. So if they just received a reinforcer, it signals that no behavior is going to get reinforced. But as the time passes, if it's been a while since their last reinforcement, then that turns into an SD. So lots of time since the last reinforcement. When you see the organism get really good at a fixed interval scallop or a fixed interval schedule, their scallop is going to look more like this. So they're going to wait even longer in this S delta condition. And it's going to, and like the SD condition is going to become more clear because it's always that same amount of time that passes. So once they really learn it, so like say they've been on a fixed interval 60-second schedule for like hours and hours, they've learned that like, hey, like I know what 55 seconds feels like, so only like in the last 5 seconds I'm going to respond because I know that no responding is going to occur in any of these previous spots. So yeah, that's what happens here is that we kind of have this discrimination training where it's like been a long time since reinforcement. That's going to serve as an S delta, where an SD is going to be that it hasn't been, or it's been a really long time since the reinforcement, and that's going to evoke the response at a pretty high rate. Kind of like procrastination, but like procrastination, like the work on your project, like built is still valuable. So I don't think it's the best comparison. All right, let's go ahead and compare interval and time schedules. So interval schedules we've talked about a lot. Again, the time must elapse and the response occurs for reinforcement. Since these are schedules of reinforcement, we can chart them on a cumulative record graph, and that's what we just did. And these actually reinforce behavior. So remember, reinforcement is a relationship between a behavior and a consequence. So in interval schedules, we have that direct relationship. Let's compare this to a time schedule. This is not necessarily a schedule of reinforcement. So this is when our reinforcers are given after a period of time, and they're independent on behavior. So there's no behavior requirement, so we're not going to be charting a behavior on our cumulative record graph. These are not technically schedules of reinforcement because, again, reinforcement's not occurring since there's no behavior consequence relationship. Typically, time schedule is going to be used to satiate an MO to reduce behavior. So again, doesn't reinforce behavior, it's going to reduce behavior. All right, so let's look at these questions and see if you can answer them. Our first one is that Lexi, my pup, she gets butt scratches from Nick about every 30 minutes. Is this in time or an interval schedule? If you want to solve for the full thing, you can go for it. Maria, I think that would relate to a different word. So again, main thing you want to look at is reinforcement delivered after a response, or is it delivered after time alone? We're a little mixed here. Yeah, Cassidy, I really like that. Yeah, Bridget too, nailed it. All right, let's check this one out. Best answer here is going to be variable time. So Lexi does not need to do anything to get her butt scratches. She just needs to exist and be really cute. That's not a behavior. She's just adorable on her own. And it's delivered on a 30-minute schedule, or about every 30 minutes, which switches us from fixed to variable. This is time because Lexi does not need to do anything. All right, let's check our next one. Anytime that you go on Candy Crush and click the daily reward button, you receive a reward. The game also tells you how much time remains until midnight when you can receive your reward again. So this number 2 here, is this interval or a time schedule? I know, she went up to bed right now. Otherwise, she would co-star for our special stream. She's been on a couple times. There's her picture up there. She's really cute. She makes a couple appearances in the course, for sure. More than once. This one's tricky. Show you a pic of Lexi? Let's see if I got one accessible on here. Oh, yeah. There's Lexi. She's really cute. I got puppy pictures available here too. Here's Lexi as a puppy. She's the cutest. All right, yeah, we're looking for interval or time schedules. If you want to get the full schedule, you can go for it. There's more Lexi pictures in the Behavior Beast Slayer course, so I highly recommend you check it out. All right, this one is going to be a variable interval 12-hour schedule. So this one is contingent on a response, which makes it interval. You actually have to go and press the reward button. This one was really tricky to get variable or fixed. So it says it resets at midnight. So there's like an average of 12 hours away from midnight if you look at any possible opportunity. So if you do it like at noon, that's 12 hours. If you do it 1 minute after, you've got 23 hours and 59 minutes to wait. But if you do it 1 minute before, you only have to wait 1 minute. But all those are going to average out to about 12 hours, making this variable interval 12 hours. Tricky. All right, next one. Paul's teacher lets him go to the bathroom after he asks about every hour. What kind of schedule do we have here? Yeah, this one is mean for sure. Oh, Jameson's getting his son a puppy soon on Sunday. Ah, I love puppies. All of these questions, they're either interval or time schedule, so no ratios on this set. And again, main thing to look at for interval and time schedules is we want to look at, is reinforcement delivered after a response or is it delivered after time alone? So if it's delivered after a response and period of time, or sorry, a response after a period of time, that's going to be interval. If it's after time alone, then it's going to be a time schedule. Alrighty, let's give it a go. This one is going to be a variable interval 60-minute schedule. Nice job, everybody who got that. So this one, it says after he asks about every hour. So about every hour switches us from fixed to variable. And then this one is an interval schedule because he must ask. It's not like it's just like, okay, we're all going to the bathroom now. It's that he must ask and then he goes to the bathroom. It's the interval component. So variable interval for that one. All right, last one. This one's kind of tricky. Brooke gets beeped at by her car every 3 seconds until she puts on her seatbelt. In this question, we're actually focusing on the delivery of beeps. So what kind of schedule are the beeps delivered on? What do we got here? So again, all these schedules are either interval or time schedules. So think about what causes the delivery of beeps. Is it time alone or is it the response after the period of time? This one's tricky. Make sure you have your rationale there. Fire it out. All right, let's check it. We are dead split here. This one is going to be a fixed time schedule. Nice job, everyone. So this one's fixed time. So it says Brooke gets beeped at her by her car every 3 seconds. So a response does not produce the beeps. It's just that every 3 seconds, time elapses on its own that it goes beep. So this one's delivered fixed time every 3 seconds, so fixed for every 3. And then it's time because the response does not produce the behavior, or sorry, the response does not produce this stimulus. It's just that the stimulus occurs automatically. Now, and this says until she puts on her seatbelt. So the seatbelt is actually going to be a fixed ratio 1 for removal of the beeps. So this one was super tricky, but time schedule for the delivery of the beeps. It's every 3 seconds, no matter what occurs. Yeah, time schedules, they're really easy to mix up with our interval schedules, but again, here are the main differences. Interval schedules, time must elapse and the response occur for reinforcement. Time schedules are when reinforcers are given after a period of time alone. Alrighty. Well, that is actually going to end our presentation for tonight. You know, I said we would have to get to 150 likes for another Beast Slayer giveaway. But I had so much fun with you guys tonight, and I'm feeling really generous and kind. So we're going to give away one more Behavior Beast Slayer for tonight. Somebody was asking how we access the free sections here earlier too. So there's a separate link for that. You can go ahead and check that link out. I need to apparently update it because it still says full course instead of our really cool Behavior Beast Slayer name. But yeah, thanks so much for being here, everybody, and helping me celebrate this momentous evening. It really is a big day in UB history, and I'm so excited to get this out for y'all. So let's get one more person an opportunity to have fun with it tonight. Thanks so much for being here, everyone. I really appreciate you all. Seriously, it's been so fun, and I can't wait for you guys to use all this stuff and become like as nerdy about behavior analysis as me. We're gonna tone it down. How about we do 1 to 600? And so yeah, so I'm sorry, we did 1 to 1,000 before. We're gonna narrow this down a little bit. We'll do 1 to 600. So if you guessed above 600, you can go ahead and re-guess. No problem there. And then, yeah, closest number is going to be our winner. 1 to 600. If you guessed above 600, you can guess again. No problem. 1 guess per person otherwise. We'll let everybody roll in here. Laura, yours is 768. You should re-guess. Laura Cisneros, you should re-guess. Cool. No, you're good. I just want everybody to have their chance. Don't ruin it. If we have a tie, we'll do a roll-off. Yeah, I'm so excited to get this to you guys. Oh yeah, somebody was asking about how you get to the free section. So you're wanting to go to this link, and then you scroll down, and then you just click the free stuff, and then it'll have you sign into an account if you don't have one already. But then yeah, you just get it for free. It's all Gucci. All right, 10 more seconds, and we're pulling our number. Yeah, the course comes with live feedback, so like whenever I like ask a question, it will they'll have the answer options for you to click on. They'll say whether you got it correct or incorrect, and then I'll vocally review it after. And then for the quizzes, you get like all the quizzes very similar to our mini mock quizzes. Will have each question have thorough feedback on them. Maria, I would do that, but the stream is usually a little delayed, so I have to do it my way. All right, we're gonna make Morgan our last number. Let's go ahead and pull it. Here we go. We got 209 as our number. 209. Help me out here. Who's closest? 209. 209. See a 222. That's kind of close. Oh, I see 205. Chant. That's pretty close. 209. Anybody close on that? Oh, Aaron was 204. So close. 209. 209. I'm seeing Chant as our closest at 205 right now. Help me out here, chat. I know, Aaron, you had 204, but Chant had 205. Aaron, you were so close. I think Chant is our winner from what I'm seeing. 205, and we pulled 209. All right, we're giving it to Chant. All right, congratulations, Chant. Amazing. Congratulations. To claim your prize, go ahead and shoot me an email, understandingbehaviorofficial@gmail.com. Yay! I'm so glad you're so happy. And Tia, yeah, you can rewatch this video as soon as we're done here. It'll be available immediately. Yay, congratulations, Chant. You're going to become a behavior beast slayer. All right. Next week, we are going over respondent and operant conditioning. It's going to be a super fun stream. I would get some sleep, but I still have more work to do. So the work never ends for me. We got to get all that stuff. Emily's getting that tattoo tomorrow. Oh my God, if you do, that would be amazing. Yeah, unofficial thing. If you get the UV tattoo, you can get a free Beast Slayer course. That's so funny. Jameson's doing it too. If you guys do it, that is just mad commitment. Like, so many props. You get like free things for life. You'll be part of the UB Club forever. I'll send you some stickers and a bunch of other cool shit too. All right, so send me some pictures, Emily. I won't believe it till I see it, Emily and Jameson. That'd be so wild. I wouldn't even know what I would say for that. It'd be so wild. Bottom of your toe. Maybe we'll make a rule. It has to be like an inch. It has to be at least 1 inch big. 1 inch big for the UB tattoo. Yeah, it's gotta be a real one. You gotta be a real one if you want a freebie Slayer course. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. Again, I had such a great time tonight, and I'm so stoked to release our Beast Slayer course out to you. I hope you check it out. Even if you're just a free participant, I would still love for you to check it out. And even if you're not, we'll see you at the next. We'll see you at the next stream, and it will be super fun. Oh man, Emily's serious. Her daughter's a tattoo artist. Oh man. I would lose my shit if anybody actually does it. If you do that, Emily, I'll actually lose my shit. Free Beast Slayer course for sure. Alrighty. Yeah, we do this every Thursday. 8 p.m. Eastern is usually our go-to time for this. We also have free study groups on Mondays and Wednesdays. If you're not linked into all of the UB products, definitely check out our link tree. Check out our shop. And thanks for all of the amazing support, everybody. Like, you guys are unreal. Molly will be back on Monday. Yeah. And then, yeah, thank you guys so much. Seriously, I'm like overwhelmed with joy and so happy that we're doing this all. Thank you guys so much once again. I will catch you next Thursday. Let me know if you need anything in the meantime. Check out all our stuff. Check out the Beast Slayer course. And I'll see you next Thursday. Peace.